well-being. They exhibit better customer service skills. They exhibit higher organizational commitment, and they actually have better sales performance. So for all the business owners on here, who doesn't want better sales performance? So that's why I promote mindfulness is for everyone. And what are some of the tools that we do when it comes to mindfulness? So a few of the mindfulness techniques that we want to practice on a daily basis are deep breathing, relaxation, visualization, mindful movement, body scan meditation, and mindful eating. So today we are going to practice, we're going to go through a mindfulness session in which we are going to use some deep breathing, some relaxation, some visualization, and it's going to include a body scan meditation. So the other thing that I always promote is to stack modalities. One of the big objections that I would get, especially from a lot of men, because in my field, I'm talking to a lot of men that work at plants. They're used to working 12-hour days. They're used to never sitting down. When I talk about mindfulness, they're like, I'm not a person that can do mindfulness. I don't sit still. And I totally get that. Like, if anyone knows me, I'm one of the most high-strung people all the time. I'm never the person that you thought would have gotten into mindfulness. But one of the other things that we can do to just facilitate that is use things like essential oils, which help and go directly to our limbic system and are hands down the absolute best way to affect our emotions. If you're not using those every single day, multiple times a day, it's so simple and so easy. You're really robbing yourself of a great way to regulate your emotions on a regular basis. And music therapy, just putting on relaxing music, like literally going onto YouTube and say music for relaxation and have that going in the background is so helpful. And then try to do your deep breathing. It'll be even more effective. So again, a lot of people will be like, I've tried deep breathing. I've tried some type of mindfulness and I can't even concentrate. So here's some tools. Here's some tips to do that. Set a timer or schedule. When I did my session yesterday, I had full 10 minutes to present and I had 5 minutes for the session. And so we did 190-second session and another 90-second set. And people were like, it's amazing how long 90 seconds seems when you just sit still and deep breathe and like you're timing it. It seems like a really long time and it's really helpful. So set a timer or schedule and do, start as small as you need to. Again, stack those modalities. Definitely always use aromatherapy with your deep breathing, music therapy. And I also have some touch therapy techniques that I teach people as well with my clients and with the corporations that I go to. Use a guide. So I'm having an extremely stressful week and I could see myself falling into some negative patterns. One of my best addictions and avoidance modes for my own emotions rather than regulating them is being a workaholic. And so I was at a plant on Tuesday. There was a long day. I did some emails like at night that I really didn't need to do. I was half day at the plant. The next day, on Tuesday, the next day, Wednesday. And I literally thought I should go to Panera so I can keep working through my lunch. And there was literally no reason for me to work through my lunch. Like, it did not make a difference if I sat down, ate lunch, and then sent emails at 5 instead of 4. It made no difference. So I'm like, you know what? I'm having trouble doing the things that I need to do. So I literally called one of my other practitioners like, hey, I need a session within the next 2 days because I know I got something going on this weekend and I can tell that I'm getting into avoidant mode and I'm not even doing the basics. So I called and booked my appointment and I used the guide to help me get back to where I needed to be. And then find what works best for you. So everyone is going to be different. There's lots of people that just like are good with just like stillness, meditation, mindfulness without anything. Some people are not. So just find what works better for you. So over prepare and then let it flow. We spend so much time as business owners feeding ourselves. We're here to feed ourselves, which is great. Getting more information, getting better, but we tend to actually over prepare. So we don't need to worry about, if I take 15 minutes out here to pause and take time, that we'll miss out on something because we usually spend more of our time over preparing. And then we have all of that inside. And when you actually sit still and you take some time for 15 minutes, a lot of times it's then that new ideas will flow. The creativity will come, the innovation will come. So make sure you take that time to do that. And so what really is flow? It's when we have our discipline and we're doing all the things that we need to do, but then we take some time out for surrender. That middle is where we will find flow. And that's when, again, innovation and creativity will flow from us. So feel your feelings. Emotions are the reporters for the soul. I was listening to a book, and I love the quote that it had said. It said, real strength is not in the avoidance of feelings, but it's in the domestication of feelings. So we want to feel our feelings. And one of the other presentations that I have talk about a brain scientist that says, biologically feeling something and the reactions that you have only last 90 seconds. Anything after this is us choosing to stay in the loop. And we choose to stay in the loop because we try to tell ourselves we shouldn't feel that way. We just allow those feelings to come through for 90 seconds and just don't judge them. Don't say that they're either good or bad, just as something that came up. And then we use these tools to emotionally regulate afterwards. Then we will feel so much better. So how do we get into flow? We want to feel what is, let go of anything that's not serving us, observe what is around us, and work with what is coming to us. And again, that is how we're going to get these new ideas. That's how we're going to get to this higher level of creativity and innovation. All right, so now we're going to go into a 20-minute mindfulness session. So give me actually 1 second because I didn't queue up my my YouTube. So I am actually going to pull up something on YouTube to put some sounds on in the background.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to take a moment and welcome. We have Arva from Blue Monarch Communications, and she states that we develop women leaders into executives using executive presence. And then we also have Rachel, who is an instructional designer and writer and teach courses online. And Rachel is joining us from Canada. So welcome. Again, if you want to leave your information in the chat, definitely do that. And then at the end, like I said, we'll discuss questions. And also, if you want to come on and talk a little bit about what your takeaway is from today's presentation, we'll have space for that too. So Tashina, are you ready?
All right, so now again, as I stated, I'm always going to use some essential oils when I'm doing my mindfulness practice because it's going to make it that deeper. You can also use any natural scent. So if you have peppermint tea, if you have some organic cinnamon, if you have a lemon, you can actually like scrape the peel a little bit and get the strongest smell out of that. But if you have essential oils with you, now is the time to put them in your hand or some other organic scent. And we're going to start out with some box breathing to start out. And what that means is we're going to do a count of 4 with inhaling, count of 4 with pausing, and then a count of 4 of exhaling. So we're going to do that a few times. So inhaling, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to go into a visualization. It's a nature visualization. So I want everyone to close their eyes, and while we're going through this, continue your deep breathing. If you have some essential oils, occasionally re-up on that, deep breathing and re-smelling those. And when you breathe, I want it to be deep. You want to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and you should be able to hear it. So deep breathe throughout the entire practice. Again, close your eyes while I walk you through a nature visualization. And everyone right now, put in the chat what you think your stress level is, and we'll check our stress level at the end. So just put it in the chat for me, what your stress level was when you entered into the meeting, at the start of the meeting. So with your eyes closed, I want you to visualize at your feet a beautiful, soft, warm blanket. What color is the blanket? Choose a color that is special to you right now, in this moment. Whatever color you choose, the blanket is. This lovely blanket provides you with a sense of well-being and feeling loved. Imagine that you are pulling this beautiful blanket slowly up over your body. Feel it moving over your toes, over your feet, and relaxing them. Feel it moving over your legs, your lower legs, your shins, your calves, and slowly moving up over your knees, and then over your thighs. Continuing to move up, and as it touches each part of your body, you're feeling more and more relaxed. And then feel it moving up now over your stomach, removing all of the tension from your stomach. Feel it now moving up over your chest, removing any tightness that may have been there, and continuing your deep breathing practice, breathing in and releasing any tension as you breathe out. And with every breath that you take, you are becoming more and more relaxed, more and more peaceful. And breathing in and breathing out. Now continue to pull the soft blanket over your arms, relaxing them, relaxing any tension that may have been there. As you move this beautiful warm blanket over your neck, you feel the muscles of your neck relax. And the blanket shapes itself into a hood that covers your head lightly. Your face muscles completely relax. Now you are completely enveloped in this soft, safe blanket, and you feel the color saturating your body and soul. As you continue to relax, relax, relax. See yourself now walking down a path that is outside somewhere in nature. Choose your favorite place in nature. Maybe it is a cabin. Maybe it's a vacation you've been to somewhere in the mountains. Choose your very favorite place in nature and visualize everything that is there, the lush greenery, the sounds of the animals that would be there. If you love water, the river or the stream that would be there. Take in all of the senses. What do you see in your mind's eye? What do you hear? What is the temperature that you feel on your skin? And is the air damp? Is it thick? Can you even taste what it is? What does it now smell like there? And walk there slowly. Just continue to look around, walking down a pathway, and notice everything. The plants, the trees, the flowers, the stones, the dirt, the water. Watch the water just flow. Continue to walk down the path. Notice the colors. the vibrant colors, the shapes of the beautiful path that you're on. And now at the end of this path, you are coming to a clearing. A big, spacious, wide clearing is in front of you on your path. Walk to the very center of this clearing and twirl around for a moment. Fling your arms out wide and spin lightly in the center. Spinning and spinning and spinning, and come to stillness now. Slowly, slowly, you're standing very still in the center of this clearing. You're standing completely still now. And now imagine your favorite animal is walking towards you. Let whatever comes to your mind come in. Is it your pet that comes to you? Or is it your favorite animal that you just feel some type of connection, like an owl or a wildcat? Let whatever comes to your mind just flow. And look directly at it. Let it walk up to you, pet it, feel what it is feeling. Be curious. What sounds is it making? Transmit this is a safe space for you and them. Be open to its instinctive wisdom. Listen to it. Be very, very still. Continue your deep breathing and drawing further into this visualization and your relaxation. Almost time to say goodbye to your new friend now. But before you go, if you choose to, ask this animal companion to touch a part of your body. Simply watch what it does when you ask it to do this. Now ask your animal guide if it has a gift that it wants to give you before you leave. Ask it if it will give you something to take with you so that you can remember this special encounter always. And watch what happens. What gift does your animal hand to you? It is time to leave the clearing now. Find a special way to say thank you and goodbye to your companion animal. Then, in your own time, and in your own way, step out of the circle and follow your special safe path back, walking all the way back until you are able to feel yourself sitting on your chair or lying on the floor or the bed or wherever you happen to be. And now bring yourself back to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel your breath as it enters through your nose and mouth. And shimmers through your body and then exits. Feel your stomach rising and falling with each breath. Begin to feel your body again. Maybe wiggling your feet, moving your legs, twisting your torso a little bit, moving your chest and arms, and moving your head. Continuing to breathe. You may want to lightly flex your fingers and toes. Gently shake out your arms and legs. And now you may want to shake off the soft blanket you've been wearing, or you may choose to leave it on. All right, and that concludes our session for that. Let me just turn off the sound. So I encourage everyone, if you're not having some type of mindfulness relaxation practice throughout the day, busy professionals that maybe have a structured work day, to try to find maybe right before you start your work day, lunchtime, and when you end your lunch day, 5 minutes to put on some music like this or grab an essential oil and do deep breathing for 5 minutes just to reset and regulate your emotions. Unleash your creative energy and let it flow. Relish the possibilities. And then just ways to connect with me. You can follow me on LinkedIn and YouTube. My name, Tashina Gonzalez. I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Been creating content for the past 5 years in both English and Spanish. You can follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, Sweet Canela 5. You can find free classes that I do on Facebook at vidaactiva.life. You can find audio mindfulness sessions that I do on Twitter at Sweet Canela. And then my website is there below. And with that, I would like everyone to put in the chat what their stress level is now after the session, and let me know if you have any questions. Or any thoughts or any comments?
Well, I will jump in and say, I see that the numbers definitely went down. So that's awesome. I know a couple people may have joined while we were in our meditation session, but just to catch you up, we're talking about how to have that emotional intelligence. Tashina walked us through a beautiful, just mindful moment. And so that was awesome. And so, yeah, I see that the numbers, we put our stress numbers in before the session and put them in now, so they're going down. Does anyone want to share any thoughts, any questions for Coach Tashina? If there's areas that you're struggling with to kind of have a little bit of mindfulness or emotional intelligence, let's hear it.
Yes, yes, yes.
We've got a quiet group on this Friday evening.
Is everybody ready for a nap?
Exactly. In the meantime,
teamwork in the office. Are you able to come off mute and elaborate on that?
Sure, I can come off mute.
There we go.
I'm in a new workplace in Canada. I've taught in inner city schools before. I'm at a new workplace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding the pace of work a little bit different. It's more out in the country,
Mm-hmm.
but connecting with new people at work, and as a new person on staff.
Mm-hmm.
Any advice on this?
Yeah, definitely. So I would definitely ask for the replay of the 5 languages of appreciation in the workplace. That is actually a fun test to take with individuals together and to learn about each other. I'm not sure if you've heard of the 5 love languages, but you can actually apply that also in the workplace. That's one of the corporation that I do these workshops for. That's the one that I just gave them. And so you'll find that once you do that, you'll see certain people like quality time, and certain people may like gifts. And that's just a way for you guys to like bond. And then so the people that like quality time, okay, let's plan a lunch date, let's plan different stuff. So just knowing how to have people converse and feel appreciated in the workplace draws them all together.
Yeah. And I would just add, even with what you did with us today, I think, when you think about it, when you have less stress, when you feel more in control of your emotions and your mental well-being, that radiates to other people. So even if there's a sense of stress or awkwardness or meeting new people or learning new roles, if you can center yourself and keep yourself grounded using these techniques that Tashina shared, that's also definitely going to go a long way in just keeping a much better environment and energy flow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyone else? Anyone think about how they're going to incorporate this in their business, in their business dealings, relationships? Anyone want to share that?
I'm also going to drop an article in the chat that talks about our amazing sense of smell, if you've never researched it before. And then also a link of where you can get started with essential oils as well. So for anyone that needs that later.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I do love about doing these sessions. I went back to the one corporation that I'm at, and afterwards I was like, who applied something? I have gifts for people. And just the fact that you can bring this to your children, that you can bring this everywhere, it's super, super helpful. And so one of the individuals stated that when his kids start to get really, really rowdy, he'll have them all lay on the ground and they'll do their deep breathing for 5 minutes and then they'll reset and then they can continue.
I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Lisa had trouble signing in. Gotcha. No worries. And so I guess the last few minutes, again, for the networking portion of this, does anyone just want to come on and just share a little bit about who they are, what their business is, and perhaps someone here may be able to connect with you? In my head, I hear the Jeopardy music playing. Lovely Links Lavender is really nice. All right. Well, I hear it seems like no one is going to share this evening, which is fine.
Hi, Lolita.
Oh, hey, there's one. Okay, hey, Arva.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute unsuccessfully.
Okay.
Well, my name is Arva Thomas, and I am an executive presence and communications coach with Blue Monarch Communications. And our mission is to put more women in places of executive leadership. And we do that using executive presence. And we cover 5 different aspects of executive presence, which would be communication, professional and political savvy, emotional intelligence, as well as, oh my gosh, I'm having a moment, emotional intelligence and business acumen. I believe I said the 5. I always leave one out for some reason. It just won't stick. But in those 5 areas, we cover executive presence, and those are the things that are needed in order to get promoted in the workplace so that you can map a clear path to executive leadership. So that is what we are about. We have a wonderful 12-week program called the VIP Pathfinder program. And this is where we go through all 5 of those areas and personalize your map to creating your own brand of executive presence, which will then lead you to your own personal map towards executive leadership.
I love it. I love it. And so
I figured out the 5th one that I forgot. It was personal brand and image, which is very important.
Yes, yes. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Mm-hmm. And is there something you think you can take away from today to what you do?
Yeah. So in my program, we discuss, or we work through emotional intelligence in terms of, as Tashina has said, regulating your own emotions. But for us, it's about recognizing what your triggers are, learning what your motivation is, understanding what other people's motivation is so that you'll be able to better connect and communicate. And that is very important in the workplace. And what I take today from Tashina is taking the time for self-care. That's what I take away from this, because and I put in the chat that my stress level was pretty high today.
Yeah.
And it is because I have not done the self-care that I need to do. And that blocks creativity and that blocks innovation. And those are also the hallmarks of business acumen, for example. In our program, you need to be able to have that creative flow and, problem solving and coming up with solutions and all. And you cannot do it effectively if you have not done the self-care. So that is what I take away from today.
I love it. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. Does anyone else, William Young Jr., would you like to share who you are, what your business is? Okay. We will take that as a not at the moment. Lisa H., I saw that you said in the chat that you had some trouble getting on, but would you like to share just who you are, what your business is?
Yeah, sure. I have two. I'm Lisa, of course. I have two businesses. They are direct sales. One is for Color Street nail polish, and now they're branching into makeup, and also anti-inflammatory curcumin drops that are made with a brand new technology that really works well for inflammation. So I know Tashina, and I knew she would have something amazing to say, and I'm so sorry I missed whatever happened here, but just wanted to see if there was some things. I always try to take advantage of any coaching I can get my hands on to apply to my business.
I love it. Well, this is streaming on YouTube, so you will be able to go to the YouTube link and to the YouTube page on Business Crossing Network, and you'll be able to catch up on what today's program was. And of course, Tashina can even send you the YouTube directly if you can't find it. So thank you for joining me. Yes. Awesome. Let's see, Renee Henna. We give it the old 3, 2, 1.
Hello. I don't have a business. I just know Tashina through Young Living.
Okay, awesome. So is there a takeaway? Do you have a takeaway that you're going to take with you from today's workshop?
That I just need to take care of myself a little bit more. Like I do need to stop stressing. I work at the post office, so they have that saying, don't go postal or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do need to relax sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I can appreciate that. It's definitely hard to do that. My stress level I put in the chat was at 9.
Oh, wow.
So the mindset coach, empowerment, blah, 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 et cetera, was at a 9 stress level. So, and I think I got down to a 6. So I almost forgot that we were even in a workshop and all of that.
You almost stayed in the forest.
Yes, I really did.
Yeah.
I really did. And it really kind of opened up something for me because in the part where you had, the animal give us the gift. Oh, Vanessa's joining. She's a little late. We'll let her in. The part where you were having the animal give the gift, I'll share offline, but it was actually very revealing. Hey, Vanessa.
Sorry, I am so sorry. I'm late, my bad. I am so sorry.
That is okay. We are at the end, but of course, you still have time for those who are still on to just share your business. I was just running my mouth about the amazing presentation and about this mindful moment that Tashina did with us, but you will be able to watch it on YouTube. So yeah, so try to do the exercise that she did with us when you watch it on YouTube. It's very empowering. I was just telling Tashina offline, I'll have to share because I'm gonna need to unpack this a little bit with this animal game.
Yeah, so I do actually, it is very true that it kind of, the animal that you choose kind of may have a specific meaning. And I do have a, the
I definitely
decoder for
want to
that.
do it then, please. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yes, no worries. So Vanessa, before we log off, go ahead and share. A few people have already dropped off, but for those who are still here, who will watch on the playback, this is your time. Tell who you are, what you do.
Hi, honestly, I'm a mom too, and as you can see, I clearly have no sense of time right now. Anyhow, I'm Vanessa. I am the owner and founder of Gentara. Our mission, we try to make sure that we educate by providing plant-based care to neglected communities and those who have problematic skin. In the short, very to the point. Sorry, I'm late.
It is totally fine. If you have a moment to put your website in the chat and grab some of the other ones, some people did leave their information in the chat. And again, like I said, I'll give about a minute so people can just grab whatever is in the chat. But again, Tashina.
Yeah, the 3 dots, save the chat and then you'll have it. And then you can check out everybody's website. And then, like I said, I put an article in there. So if you save the chat, then you can hit that article later.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Learn something new every time. Well,
yeah, I just did too.
Right? Well, Tashina, of course, thank you again for an amazing presentation. What is next month? Do you have that information for us?
Give me 3 seconds.
Okay. So this is a monthly series. And again, Tashina, we are so just grateful to have Tashina offering these workshops to us, coming to us monthly, and they all just always have a different topic, but all just are really about how we can just be the best person that we can be. So I will await to hear what next month is going to be.
And we already did the one on time management.
Vanessa.
So there's a replay of that one.
Okay.
Oh, why is it not pulling this up for me? Oh, I have a dialog box open. That was the one thing that I didn't pull.
Well, Ray, if you don't have it, I know you'll get it to me and I will get it to everyone. If you are not already following our Facebook group, if you're on Facebook, definitely follow. It is Business Crossing Network, just like the name. I'm just going to put it in the chat. So if you're on Facebook, search the groups for Business Crossing Network. It may actually say DMV Business Crossing. So if you don't find it, if you don't find it right away under Business Crossing, just put in DMV Business Crossing, but follow the group. It's a lot of good information that's there. You also can keep up to date with what our workshops and events. We have a couple of networking things coming up. So definitely, if you're not already following the group, do that. I also put the website in the chat a little earlier up, so you can also get the social media links through there as well.
Okay, so the next one we'll be talking about the 5 levels of leadership from John Maxwell. But yeah, I kind of usually bounce between practical business coaching things and then wellness. We go back and forth. So it's back over to a practical one.
Ooh, 5 levels of leadership. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. So y'all make sure it's always in general, the last Friday of the month. So kind of have that in mind. Be on the lookout. Again, if you're following the group, you'll be able to see when we put that. So yeah, I'm not going to keep rambling on. Thank you again, Tashina. This was awesome. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Looking forward to the replay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.